Are you ready to be empowered with hope, faith, and confidence to believe in yourself, to overcome your fears and battle through every challenge and bully you face, both real and in your mind? Are you ready to learn life-changing strategies on how to develop the right mindset and positive mental attitude to courageously stand out in the crowd and be who you were born to be? Well, you've come to the right place. Welcome to the Building Warrior Confidence Podcast. Greetings and welcome to another uplifting, life-changing episode of the Building Warrior Confidence Podcast. Man, I love that intro. Woohoo! Well, how are we doing today? Hopefully you're having a great day, and this episode's going to make it even better. But maybe if you're not having a great day, then hopefully this episode is exactly what you need right now to turn your day around. Well, I'm your host, Master Rich Grogan, and I'm truly blessed and so very grateful for your time today. And as always, I promise I'm going to do everything I can to give you everything I've got to make our time together empowering, valuable, enjoyable, and educational. So what are we talking about today? Well, how about this question? Do you ever find yourself wondering who you are and who you're supposed to be? You ever find yourself, saying, man, oh man, the world seems to always be telling me that I'm this, but I don't feel like this. The world always seems to be telling me I should be, anxious and uptight and maybe down and depressed and not feeling good about myself. Well, the world has a way of doing that. Unfortunately, that's kind of the world's job. Why? Well, as Rocky says, the world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It can be a mean, nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it can beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. It really can. It really can. And unfortunately, with the, economy's not doing the best. There's a lot of stress out there. Prices are outrageous. I'm not telling you anything you don't already know, but I'm bringing all this up because what we focus on magnifies. We focus on everything going wrong. We focus on all the struggles, troubles. And I'm not saying you ignore them and just hope they go away. But oftentimes, what we focus on magnifies. You've heard me say that countless times. Right? And if you're new to the show, you're going to hear it countless times. Thank you very much for tuning in. We got a part of our brain called the reticular activating system, and its only job is to focus in, magnify, and bring to life more of what you think about. You might be saying, what in the world? That's the craziest thing I've ever heard. Well, the average person has anywhere from 85 to 100,000 thoughts a day. And if you got a hyperactive mind like I do, it's probably up in the neighborhood of 120,000 or more. Mine's all over the place. Squirrel. What was I focusing on? I don't know. Does that ever happen to you? Yeah. Well, the part of your brain that filters out the majority of those thoughts is a little bitty part of your brain called the reticular activating system. And its only job, and it's non-biased in any way, shape, or form, is to focus on and magnify and bring to life more of what you're thinking about. So if you think about all the negativity, all the things that are going wrong in the world, all the things that are going wrong in your life, all the things wrong with you, then your mind is going to say, hey, you know what? Let's give you some more, because that's what you want. Now, on the other side, of course, if you're able to fight through all the yuck and muck and bleh in the world and see that there's a lot of beauty out there. Yeah, there's problems. We always got problems, always have, always will. But if you're able to focus on the good that you have, the gifts that you have, the beauty of, if you're listening to this episode, the ability to have the capability to listen to a podcast. So that means you must have like a phone or device. You can listen. Yeah. So it must mean you have a place to live. You have a house. If you got a family, man, that's a blessing. If you got food in the fridge, that's a blessing. If you got gas in your car, that's a blessing. And once again, I'm not living in Pollyanna world. By the way, Pollyanna is a great movie. One of my favorites. But I'm trying to focus, trying to talk about the reticular activating system, which is going to lead in to what our show is today. And our show is all about, I don't want to give it to you just yet because I got to tease you a little bit more. It's all about embracing your uniqueness. Yeah. So my next question, do you find yourself spending more time picking out, noticing your flaws, noticing the ways that you're not perfect? Things that you'd never share with anyone else. Do you spend a lot of time thinking about that? The negative thoughts? Unfortunately, maybe somebody in third grade said you were stupid or fat or dumb or lazy or never amount to anything. Of course, I bring all these things up because these are things that, unfortunately, have planted weeds in my mental garden that I've dug and dug and dug and get out. But every once in a while when I'm feeling down, that weed pops up again to remind me. what I got to do? I got to go to work. Got to get that weed out of there. Got to remind myself that that person that said that, they said it, and of course it was rude, it was mean, it was disrespectful. But do you think, or should I say it myself, do I really think that that person remembers that? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Then why the heck am I still remembering it? Woo! Is that a right hook reality? Yeah, it is. So anyway, as a reminder, my goal with every show and every video, book, presentation, speech, chat, talk, whatever I do, is to give you that, to be transparent, number one. Share my weaknesses, my failures, my blahs, my yucky moments, but then also show and share with you how I overcame those battles, challenges. I was able to fight through those struggles, that temptation to give up, to not get back up and fight another round. I'm going to share with you. I'm going to be transparent. Hopefully give you that extra boost of confidence, that extra boost of self-empowerment to believe a little more in yourself so you can get the most out of life. And obviously my biggest goal is I want to help strengthen the name of the show, your warrior confidence with hope, faith, and inner strength to battle through every challenge, struggle, fear, and bully you face, both real and in your mind, to become the powerful, unique, life-changing hero that God created you to be. Woohoo! I get pumped every time I say that. It feels good. Sound good? Does it sound good? All right. Well, let's dive right in. Well, this is episode number 336, and the title is God Don't Make No Junk, Defining Your Identity and Embracing Your Unique Gift. When you think about that title for a minute, I got that from Zig Ziglar, like I do a lot of stuff. Yeah, he once said, God don't make no junk. He don't make no mistakes. You are who God made you to be. We just have to make sure that we realize that gift that we are and embrace that uniqueness that we are, which is really who our true identity is who God made us to be, right? Yeah, he don't make no junk. He don't make no mistakes. But we got to believe in us. We got to believe in ourselves. We got to believe in the gift that we are. We got to realize that, there is 8 billion, that's with a B, 8 billion people on this planet. But no one has your unique gift. No one has your song, so to speak. And I just did a video that will air a little bit after this podcast airs. So as a reminder, check out our YouTube channel. It's at Warrior Confidence, all one word, Warrior Confidence on YouTube there. Or you can just type in Grogan's Bully Proof and it'll take you there as well. But anyway, what was I saying here? Oh, the video just filmed, so it's going through editing and all that good stuff right now, is the name of it is Am I Good Enough? And then I did another one that will air sometime in a week or so, is Has the World Heard Your Song? I mean, both of those are all wrapped around the question we often, and I know I've asked myself countless times, am I good enough? Am I really good enough to be doing this podcast and doing these video blogs and, giving speeches and presentations and empowering coaches and athletes and business leaders? Man, who am I? Well, every time that negative thought gets in my head, I have to remind myself, yes, I am. Why? Because this is my gift. This is what God gave me. But oftentimes we allow those, I call them weeds in the middle garden, get in there, and before you know it, they are growing out of control. I mean, think about a weed for a second. I mean, a weed is so resilient, it'll grow anywhere. In the middle of the concrete, a weed will pop up. You're like, how in the world did that weed grow there? You could plant the most fertile seed on the concrete, and what would happen? Well, the sun would essentially kill it, right? And it wouldn't grow, or the birds would come and eat it to take the seed away. But a weed, it'll grow anywhere. And a weed, where does a weed like to grow the most? Well, if you've got a garden, right, and you got the fertilizer and all the right vegetation and everything else you need in that garden, that weed's going to grow like crazy. Well, guess what your mind is? Your mind is the most fertile garden on the planet. So weeds love to grow in there. And what I talked about earlier, weeds, somebody said something in third grade, or, it could have been last week or last year or a month ago on social media or in person. Something negative, something hateful, something rude, something disrespectful. But oftentimes we value the unwanted and unwarranted opinion of others more than we value what we know to be true about ourselves. And what's true about ourselves is, man, you are unique. You're a priceless 1 in 8 billion gift from God. And the other thing, God doesn't make mistakes. He don't make no junk. No. Now, yes, we are like others in several ways, in a lot of different ways. We may possibly be the same size or height or weight or kind of the same possible shape. Not exactly, but there are a lot of similarities. Maybe we got the same color hair. Yeah. But here's something that makes you unique. No one has your exact size, shape, weight. No one has your exact smile. No one has your exact laugh or facial expressions. No one has your exact voice, your exact hair color, your exact eye color. Eye color. No one, so it was height was the next one. And when as you're saying eye color, that's eye color and height at the same time. There you go. Eye color or height, size, bone structure. No one has your exact feelings, your skin tone. I wrote all these down because I don't want to miss any, but sometimes they're combined words. Or your skin tone or complexion. Yeah, I mean, think about that. You got your own fingerprint, your own toe print, your own bone structure, your eyes, your head, your nose, your mouth, your fingers, your toes, all perfectly made just the way God made them, just the way God wanted you to be. And like I said, yeah, we got a lot of similarities. We do. But you're a masterpiece. And as great as others are, they're not the masterpiece you are. Back to the title of this show, God don't make no junk. Defining your identity, embracing your unique gift. So you believe in yourself now? You're like, man, that's a lot of stuff. Well, how about this? This is going to sting a little bit. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. I'm grateful you're listening. I got to be truthful. I got to be honest with you. Not brutally honest and try and be rude and hurt your feelings. No. You know what's worse than and brutal honesty? That's just being kind of mean and rude. However, not being honest, that's even worse. Lying to somebody, and oh man, sooner or later they figure that out. Well, my whole goal with this, and hopefully your whole goal by listening to this, is become empowered so you can believe more in yourself, develop that confidence and belief to not only take that masterpiece that you are and make it even better. Whoa, can we do that? Absolutely. You know, God gave us a gift, but he wants us to take care of that gift by what we do, especially the gift of our mind, what we put in there, what seeds we plant in our mind, in our most fertile garden. We plant negativity, self-doubt, limiting beliefs, hate, pain, struggle. That's what we're going to have more of. Life's tough enough, man. Don't beat yourself up any more than you have to. However, be firm on yourself. You're like, man, you keep going back and forth. Say, don't beat yourself up, but now you're telling me to be firm on myself? Yeah, I mean, that's another Zig Ziglar thing. It says, if you're tough on yourself in the ways you know you need to be to continuously improve, like my goal is to my prayer every night, after I pray for all the things I'm grateful for, if I pray for all the friends and family members that may need prayer, then I pray asking God, please help me be the very best person I can be, the best Christian I can be, the best father and mentor and role model I can be, not only to my kids, but to the fans that are listening, the people I give presentations to. Help me be the best speaker, the best podcast, the best video blogger, so I can empower those. I can utilize my gift that you've given me to help empower as many as I can. And then, of course, please help me be the very, very best husband I can be. Caring, loving, supporting, listening. Now, listening's a tough thing for me. Anybody else out there have that problem? Hopefully not, because you're listening to me right now. Well, here's the thing. I always listen to my shows afterwards, and hopefully I learn something from listening to myself. You might say, well, that is the craziest thing I've ever heard. Well, there was an old say, they said you were given one mouth and two ears so you can listen twice as much as you talk. I like to say, well, since I enjoy talking so much, and that is my gift, I'm always listening to what I'm saying and then trying to improve on what I'm saying to get better at it. Wow. Once again, God don't make no junk. So I'm trying to define what I am, my identity, embrace my true gift. Now, my goal, what am I telling you all that for? Well, I'm being vulnerable. I'm letting you know the things that I realized after years and years and years are my gift. And then I'm trying to do that and utilize that by doing this podcast that we've done for 336 episodes and over 500 videos on our YouTube channel. So make sure you subscribe, as always, and subscribe to both this podcast and the YouTube channel, and then share it with somebody you know could benefit. Yeah, that could be your gift right then and there, helping them, right? Yeah. So here's the next question. What is your gift? You're like, oh, boy. Here you go. What is your gift? I don't know what my gift is. I'm just listening to you because I'm feeling down right now, and I want you to pick me up. I want you to motivate me, inspire me, uplift me. I don't want to think. Just tell me. Well, I would love to tell you, and if I could, I would, but I can't. You have to discover your own unique gift. How? How do you do that? Well, I'm going to give you some tips on how to find it It's whatever comes to you naturally, whatever you enjoy doing the absolute most, what you would do if you weren't paid to do it, what you enjoy so very much that you just do it for free. What is that? Now I realize, yes, you got to pay bills. You got to go to work. You got to do all the things that come with life and come with being a parent and being an adult or being a coach. But what is your uniqueness? What sets you apart from everybody else? Now, the best way to do this, best way to discover this, is get out a pen and paper. Let's just start writing it down. Like I talk about with the Weed, Seeds, and Trees Journal. And if you're not familiar with what the Weed, Seeds, and Trees Journal are, jump on our website, Grogan'sBullyProof.com, or you can go warriorconfidence.com. And we not only have that on there, but you can fill out and get the ABCs to become bully proof. And here I'm going to tease you. It's not done yet, but we're going to start adding on different pages, different little things. You can just drop your email in there and get, like the Weed, Seeds, and Trees worksheet. Get the self-respect worksheet. It's not done yet, so please hold tight. It's going to be. But in the meantime, go ahead and jump in there and get the ABCs to become bully-proof completely free. And it's one for parents, one for kids. And just drop your email address in there, and we'll zip it right over to you. And then you'll be part of the email list. And when we send something out, new updates, you'll be one of the first ones to know. And with that being said, I promise I'm not going to, spam you. I mean, I send them out myself. And I know I've signed up for how many email things and gotten overloaded and like, oh, why did I even do it? I promise I'm not going to do that to you. It's going to be in, things that I would, by listening to the show, I know you're asking questions about it. I get questions all the time. So it's going to be around that, the things that you want help with or things that you're struggling with or questions you had. So that's what we're going to focus on. So anyway, back to what is your gift? Start writing things down. What do you enjoy doing the most? Now, maybe it's, man, I just love being a parent. That's great. That is your gift. Well, be the very, very best parent you can be. Raise your kids in a way that, don't spoil them too much, maybe a little more than possibly you were spoiled, but at the same time, make sure that discipline, that respect, make sure that's laid in there. Make the kids earn it, whatever that may be. And if you're a coach, be the very best coach you can be. Take your experiences from the past. We all had, I'm sure, great coaches growing up, and then we also had not so great coaches growing up. Learn from both. Learn from both. Jot it down. And the reason I say pen and paper is so powerful is simply because you're getting the thoughts out of your mind. It's essentially getting them out of the garden and putting them out where you can see them. All thoughts. The Weeds and Seeds and Trees worksheet talks about get the weeds out of your mind, all the negative things you've ever heard or said about yourself. Like I'm stupid, I'm dumb, I'm worthless, I'll never amount to anything, I'm short, I'm dumb, nobody likes me, I'm terrible. And think about all those negative things. You just said, I just said them. But I've had those thoughts. I'm sure, I would love to lie and say I'm sure you haven't, but you probably have. And then maybe you've already done the Weed, Seeds, and Trees, and you got them out now. But the whole point is you write those things down, and you look at them, and you see how absolutely ridiculous they are. You're like, what in the world? I spent time worrying about that? Or you know what else you could do? If you remember the name of somebody who bullied you at school, write their name down. Look at it. And it's like, really? I let that person bully me? I've carried that person's name and fear and anguish and stress all these years? What in the world is wrong with me? And you can have that, but you see that name, and just like you see that negative word or phrase that someone may have said about you, you'll never amount to anything. Why do I keep bringing that up? Because I was told that countless times growing up. Yeah, it was. I'm still thinking about it. 52 years old now. Why am I still thinking about it? Because I'm sharing it openly with you, something I used to never do before. But now, I wrote that down, and I looked at it, I'm like, I never amount to anything. What in the world? Who said that? I don't remember. Well, you know what? It's not true, and it doesn't matter. So then you take your pen, and you cross that out. You go ahead and say to yourself, not true, not now, not ever. I'm not going to think about it ever again. Gone. Now, doesn't mean you won't ever think of it again, but what you will think of is seeing it on paper and how meaningless it is, and then drawing a line through it and write it off. It's done. It's out. Now, you may have to dig it up again and do the same thing again. Depends on how long you've been holding on to it and how painful it is. But each time, just like a weed, just because you pluck it out of the garden one time doesn't mean it's not going to come back again, because it is. Then pluck it out again. Like, I got to keep fighting these weeds? Well, the answer is yes. But now I've given you the remedy on how to do it. Just take a piece of paper, write on there. Now, if you've got a journal, which is even better, then you can track it. Meaning you can look back a few days or a month ago and say, man, why am I still having this problem? Well, maybe it's you haven't fully addressed that problem because it's right there in your subconscious mind. Now, your subconscious mind, it works even at rest, at sleep. It just never stops. That could be a good thing or a bad thing. Depends on what you're focusing on. And I talked, earlier about the reticular activating system and what its main job is to bring into focus, to magnify what you're thinking about the most, good or bad. Yeah. So back to my question again, what is your unique gift? Is it being a parent? Is it being a coach? Is it helping others? Do you have a extremely high IQ? Maybe you're musically gifted. You can play a guitar or play the piano, or you can sing or play another instrument. Maybe you can dance and keep rhythm. Yeah. Maybe you're an athlete. Maybe you can draw. Maybe you can paint. Maybe you can color. Or back to singing. Maybe you're a country singer. Maybe you're a rapper. Maybe you're a singer. You could sing for your church. What is it? Maybe you're a amazing teacher. Or maybe you're an architect or a plumber or a welder, construction worker. What is it? What do you like to do? You say, well, I got a degree in this, and that's what I went to school for, and I really can't change because I spent all this money on education, and I got to stay this path. Well, once again, I understand we've got to pay the bills, and if you've got a family and you've got kids in sports, you got to stay caught up, running them all over the place, and you're going to your job. But I'm telling you, just by listening to this podcast, and hopefully it's inspiring and motivating and lifting you up, maybe just give that little boost of confidence to step out, to try something you've always wanted to try. To look in the mirror and realize, you know what? God don't make no junk. I've got a gift. I feel good about me. Now, could we always improve on that gift? You doggone right. Proper nutrition, proper exercise, proper sleep, proper planting seeds in the mental garden. An example I give all the time, and those that listen all the time, you hear this all the time, but it's worth repeating. And that is, we want strawberries. Those beautiful, succulent red strawberries. Tastes so good, right? Throw a little whipped cream on top. Yeah. Throw some chocolate on top. Yeah, man. Want some strawberries. Well, if we want those, and we want to grow them in our garden, well, we have to plant strawberry seeds in order to have a strawberry plant to produce the beautiful, wonderful, succulent, yum strawberries. If we plant onion seeds, what are we getting? We're getting onions. Now, if you like onions, that's fine. I've never dreamed and envisioned, like hopefully I just did with the strawberries, of putting whipped cream and chocolate on an onion. Kind of gives me the hoo. But my whole point of that is, we want those strawberries. That's the seeds. We got to plant the strawberry seeds. If we want positivity, we want uplifting, inspiration, motivation. We want to live our best kick in life. We want to be the best parent, the best coach, the best construction worker, plumber, teacher, musician, athlete. Then we have to plant the right seeds of self-belief, self-confidence, hope, faith, and belief in who we are, utilizing our unique gift to be our very, very best. If we plant fear, self-doubt, limiting beliefs, I'm nobody, I'm worthless, I'm dumb, people are right, I'm never going to amount to anything, I'm a piece of junk, piece of crap. We plant that stuff, that garbage in our mind, garbage. That's what we're going to believe, and that's what we're going to harvest, that's what we're going to grow, and that's what we're going to think about. So once again, reticular activating system, that's all it does. That's all it does. Well, what is your gift? You got, gosh darn it, keep asking me that. Well, keep plugging away, planting. And think, some of us are a creative genius. I mean, we can come up with all. I was driving down the road not too terribly long. Well, not too terribly long. I actually took my buddy Greg back to the airport today. He came and visited down here in Florida for the weekend. Fantastic. And construction's going on everywhere in Florida. They're widening the highway, and if you live in Florida, Highway 75, it's 70 miles an hour, but that's merely a suggestion. Holy smokes, people fly. But so they're expanding the highway to add more lanes. Which, the roadways, you just bulldoze some trees down and clear the path and construction vehicles come in and do what they do and, level it out and flatten it out and pour some concrete. And I know it's more to it than that, but that's what it looks like, right? That's what they're doing. It's tough. It's got to have a plan. But then going over a waterway, expanding a bridge, holy smokes. Think about the creative genius of an architect to design that. And maybe that's you. Or maybe, computers is your thing. Or maybe boats. Or building planes or rocket ships. What is it? What is your gift? What is your gift? Maybe you're a speaker. Maybe you're a doctor, a nurse, a dentist. And as I mentioned, musicians. And think about this. Professional athletes, and I talk about athletes a lot because I was blessed to have the opportunity to play baseball, football, and hockey growing up, and I still play hockey competitively now, which it hadn't been. I hadn't played competitively in 22 years, but I'm back at it now that we sold our martial arts academy, and it's in wonderful hands there. So if you're in the Edwardsville, Illinois area, check out Nathan, who's our senior instructor, who's with me 17 years. He kind of updated the name from Grogan's Martial Arts to Goshen Martial Arts because Goshen is a small town in Edwardsville that we live in, and I'm so proud of him for doing that. But anyway, athletes, I played baseball and hockey. I started since I was 5 years old, but I could never throw a baseball, even to this day, 95 miles an hour, nor could I hit a baseball 400 foot. But some people can. That's their gift, right? And, football, I love playing football. I was 5'7", so wasn't very big, but boy, I get out there and give it all I got. And, when I did play, I got an opportunity to start at defensive back. Yeah, why? And put my nose in there and free safety. So I love to hit, right? So, but I got everything I got. But it just wasn't my thing to be a pro football player. Hockey, that was my number one dream, to be a pro hockey player. But even today, there's no way I can shoot a puck 100 miles an hour. I just can't do it. And somebody said, well, why do you say you can't? You can do anything. Well, that's not true. And I did an episode not too terribly long ago, and if you missed it, go back through and listen to some other episodes. And I also talked about it on a recent video blog, is oftentimes people will say, confidence, confidence. You can do anything. Well, I consider myself a confidence coach, but I'm also a reality coach. And I'm going to hit you with a right hook reality. With confidence does not mean you can do anything. However, confidence does mean you can do anything a heck of a lot better than not having confidence. Yeah. But the truth of the matter is, I'm not gifted. My arm will not throw a baseball 95 miles an hour. My body will not allow me to shoot the puck 100 miles an hour. That doesn't mean I can't do my very, very best, but that's not my unique gift. No, it's not. Doesn't mean I can't have fun doing it. Doesn't mean I can't get out there and be my very, very best. The same with golf. I need to play a little more golf, to be honest with you, because I do enjoy it. But it's challenging, man. Gosh darn. My brother-in-law, Noah, he's a PGA pro. He is. And he spends a lot of his, well, not of his days, majority of his days on teaching the technique of the swing and the breakdown, the mechanics of it. And he's helped me, and my game's gotten so much better because of it. And I still need to practice more, just like anything else. But that's his unique gift. And he's tall, lanky, and my goodness, can he crush a golf ball? You say, well, if you work hard enough, yeah, I believe if you work harder, you're going to get better. No doubt about it. But it's not my gift. So why am I bringing all this up, saying everything that I'm not good at? Because I'm kind of defining what my identity is, and embracing what my unique gift is, and then reminding you of the same. Because oftentimes, and Teddy Roosevelt once said, comparison is the thief of joy. Oftentimes we get in this comparison game where we're comparing what we think we should be good at or great at compared to somebody who has that unique gift and they are good and great at it. Like with Noah, when we play and he crushes a ball off the tee and it goes 300 plus yards and I hit one about 250, which I'm happy with. It's like, gosh dang, I wish I could hit the ball like Noah. Well, I'm never going to hit the ball like Noah unless, well, one, it's not my gift, but if I dedicated my whole life to being a golf pro, I would be considerably better than I am right now. But I can't live in that and think, well, I guess I'm a piece of junk because I can't hit the ball as far as Noah. I guess I'm a piece of junk because I can't, do a podcast like Master Grogan can. No, you got a gift that I'll never have. Yes, this is my gift. It's all mine. No, it's not. If you're a speaker, Nothing happens overnight and nothing is easy. But what is your unique gift will come to you more naturally than anything else. Yeah. And maybe you can shoot a puck 100 miles an hour. I'm blessed beyond words that I have a variety of professional athletes that listen to the show. That's why I always got to keep my guard up because, man, hey, I'm going to keep listening to your show. Now they ever say that stuff. But I'm blessed because hopefully it's inspiring them, empowering them, helping them dig deep inside themselves to pull out their very, very best. And I wrote down on my notes here several others, so I don't want to leave anybody else, but maybe you're a great swimmer or a great tennis player or a great runner, whatever your uniqueness is. And as I said before, we all have a lot of similarities, to others, and we connect with people that have the same, friends and family members and people we connect with that have similar talents, but no one has your unique gift. No one, even twins, don't share that same unique gift. They have a lot in common, obviously, but not that unique gift. But when we get in the habit of the thief of joy, as Teddy Roosevelt said, comparing ourselves to others, wondering why I'm not good at this, why I'm not that, we start beating ourselves down. We start second guessing who we are. Yeah. And that's not embracing our unique gift. And usually, especially when I talk about this topic right here, and I've given you several examples on how to find your unique gift, how to dig in deep, how to, take pen and paper, write things down, and go back and reflect on it over and over and over again, and things that repeat themselves. That's obviously something that's on your mind or on your heart, good or bad. If it's bad, draw a line through it, get rid of it. If it's good, circle it, continue to feed into that. But don't get caught up comparing yourself and your gift with someone else, because you'll never own their gift. I used to talk about all the time Martial Arts Academy with little kids, or even adults and parents. I say, you know what? As hard as I try, I'm never going to be as cool as you are. And they go, whoa, whatever, Master Grogan. I said, I'm serious. I'll never be as cool as you are. But you know what? You'll never be as cool as me either. They're like, oh. I said, that's my point. When I try to be someone else that I'm not, I'm definitely not utilizing who I am, defining my identity, embracing my true unique gift. I'm trying to be a cheap replica of somebody else. And why would you want to be a cheap replica of somebody else when you're a priceless gift the way you are? And once again, can you make that gift better? You doggone right you can. What you put in the mental garden, what you put in your mouth, what you eat, what you do, exercise, get plenty of sleep, proper nutrition, all those things are taking that gift. And then whatever that gift is, like mine, I always knew I like to talk. And so did my second grade teacher, because she used to put on my report card, Richie talks too much. Anybody out there like that? Yeah. Well, it was my gift. I enjoyed doing it. But what did I do? I've taken countless speaker classes and speaker workshops, defining your speaking gift, your speaking talent. I'm a Ziegler certified speaker trainer coach. Why? I wanted to get better. I've done, now, like I said, combined now, but podcast and video blogs. We're closing in, well, I guess 300, 900 that I've actually launched. There's thousands that the world has never seen. I wish I could find them. But each time trying to get better and better and better at my craft, so to speak, or at my unique gift, making that gift even better. Why? Well, I want to be the best I can. The biggest reason is your time. The fact that you're taking time out of your day, the most priceless thing on the planet is time, and you're giving your time to me. I want to make sure that I'm valuing that time, and I'm giving you everything I've got, and hopefully empowering you with exactly what you need to believe in yourself, to believe that God don't make no junk, to help you embrace your gift. But it all starts, a lot of that, with that self-confidence, that belief in yourself. And then that self-confidence to also realize that, confidence won't allow you to do anything, but it will allow you to do anything better than not having confidence, or not believing in yourself, or lacking self-confidence. But I tell you, when you focus on your unique gift, whatever that may be, that's when you're in your zone. That's when it all comes natural. That's when it all seems to be, my gosh, it almost seems easy. Now, that doesn't mean the world ain't all sunshine and rainbows, because it's not. The world is all sunshine and rainbows, kind of twisted there, because it's not. You're going to have ups and downs. You're going to have struggles. But the more time you can spend in your zone of genius with your unique gift, realizing that you are a priceless gift from God, because God don't make mistakes. God don't make no junk. Man, oh man. Not only the life you're going to live is going to be so much better, but the impact you're going to leave on others is going to be so much better. The impact you're going to leave on your kids, on your team, on your family member, on your friends. But it all starts, one, embracing your unique gift, finding your identity, who you are, and you're a gift from God. That's who you are. And realizing God don't make no junk. And then working to improve that. And the best way, well, listen to this podcast. I said I'm so very grateful and thankful. But it's also being humble enough to dig out the negativity out of your mind. Because what you plant is what grows. And here's the beautiful thing about it. And we determine what we put in there. We do. You say, well, I want to put positive, but society is so negative and so full of hate and so full of evil. How in the world? Well, we have a choice. And I'm not saying hide your head in the sand and act like nothing's wrong. But do what you can do to impact and change the lives and the people. And maybe it just starts with, well, not maybe, it all starts with yourself. I talk about bullying all the time, and bullying is not an outside problem. Most people think it is. I used to think it was for the longest time. But the reason I was bullied as a kid, even as a teen and an adult, why? It's because I didn't believe enough in myself to stop it, so I allowed it to happen. We can't change the outside world. But what we can change is who we are inside. And the better we are inside, the greater impact we can make at changing those around us. And we change enough of those around us, before you know it, like a ripple in the pond, you throw a pebble in, ripples across. Before you know, we create enough ripples. That's how we make a change. That's how we make a great impact. Yeah. Now, your goal is to change the world? Great. But make sure you change yourself and those around you first. And then that way, therefore, you've got help changing the world. That's a lofty goal. That's a great goal. And I mean, the reason I'm doing this, obviously, a big reason we moved to Florida. I left our martial arts academy, and we sold it now, so I'm totally hands off, even though I'm going back next week. And I'll be glad to be back to see our instructors and see Nathan and visit some old friends back in Illinois, which would be cool, going back for, we got a black belt testing. But the reason I sold that is I felt God tugging at my heart saying, all right, you've picked yourself up, you've battled through, you overcame 2 bankruptcies, a house foreclosure, cars repossessed, failed businesses, and you built this thing up. You've impacted thousands of people in the Edwardsville, Illinois area. Great job. You were a big fish in a small pond. Great job. Well, it's time for you to take your unique gifts elsewhere. It's time for you to trust in your instructors and Nathan to run this without you. So I went from being a big fish in a small pond to now I'm like a little minnow, literally, in the ocean, because it's like, holy smokes. But once again, there were I don't know how many thousands of people in Edwardsville, and not that I couldn't have done more there, but it was time to move on. Time to expand on my podcasts and the video blogs to reach millions, to hopefully spread this message. Why? Ultimately, my goal, I've been talking about this for as long as I can remember, at least 20 years, is to make society a happier, healthier, and safer place to live. That was kind of the goal without even realizing it was a goal. I've been coaching now for over 35 years, even as a teenager. And I didn't know that it was wanting to make society a happier, healthier, and safer place to live. My whole goal then, and same as it is now, is to be that voice, to be that helper, that guide, that hero, that mentor that I was always looking for. Someone to pick me up, someone to tell me, hey, keep fighting, keep battling. I believe in you. You need to believe in you. Someone to give me that hope, that faith, and that confidence to get up to fight another round. Now, I was always grateful that I did get up and fight another round. But man, oh man, boy, it should have been nice to know that I wasn't on an island by myself. I wasn't the only one thinking this way. It wasn't like, why am I so different than everybody else? We're all different. But at the same time, it would have been nice to know that, I'm not the only one that's quote, quote, hyperactive. I'm not the only one that has these gazillion thoughts going on. I'm not the only one that wants to get better and succeed. I'm not the only one that drives and strives and pushes harder and harder and harder. There's others out there. Yeah. That would have been nice to know. So that's why I kind of share this gift that I have, the wisdom I've learned over the years, conferences and workshops I've been to, and thousands upon thousands of dollars I've spent on coaching and speaking and training and workshops and with martial arts, obviously, and then being an athlete and being a higher level coach and all those things. One, I want to be the very best I can be to, once again, to honor you and your time by sharing gifts that actually help. Does that all sound good? Well, I kind of drifted all over the place a little bit there, but like I said, I'm always going to be transparent. I'm always going to be 100% honest, and my goal with everything I do is to share with you what I've learned, the lessons I've learned, and the ups and downs, And hopefully you're going to make your own mistakes. The same thing I tell my kids. You're going to make your own mistakes. Don't repeat the same mistakes I've made. That's why I share them openly with you. Which is another thing, as a parent, I used to never do before because, as a dad, I got to be perfect in every imaginable way. Almost like, Mary Poppins. I'm perfect in every imaginable way. You guys are, what in the world? But the truth is, I share with them, hey, if I'm short with my kids, didn't used to, but now I'm like, you know what? I'm sorry. I made a mistake. I shouldn't have been short with you there. And I don't try and come up with an excuse. I just say, I'm sorry. It's uncalled for. I'm going to do a better job. So how was your day? Go into it that way. It helps because communication, that's part of this. That's the C in the ABCs to become bully proof. Communication, communicate clearly and confidently. Yeah. Communication without communication. I mean, think about why do most relationships end? Poor communication. Why do most arguments start? Poor communication. Why do things, people harbor resentment and then regret and then anger and then wars and battles and everything else? Poor communication. If we're able to talk and communicate, and think about the problems we got going on in society today. A lot of problems have been going on forever and ever. Poor communication. This side believes this side believes that, and no one communicates about coming together. And of course, talk about that a lot on other shows. Maybe that's your gift. Now that we're talking about it, maybe your gift is a connector. You're a great communicator. You're able to bring people together. Holy smokes. We need that more than ever. So if that is your unique gift, boy, oh boy, get out there. We need it. And of course, what we need most of all is for you to believe God don't make no junk. He doesn't make no mistakes. No. Embrace your unique gift. And by all means, please share that gift with the world. And I've said before, the wealthiest place on earth, do you know what that is? If you've listened before, you know. But if you're not, what's the wealthiest place on earth? Some might think, the diamond mines or, the oil fields or, another country. Nope. The wealthiest place on earth is the cemetery. I'm like, what? The cemetery? Do they make that much burying people? No. The reason I say the cemetery is the wealthiest place on earth because so many gifts have been taken to the grave. So many songs have went to the grave unsung. So many special talents have been taken to the grave out of fear. Somebody told them they couldn't. They weren't good enough. They weren't a good singer. Or they weren't smart enough. And they took that gift to the grave. And the world didn't get to hear their song. The world didn't get to experience their gift. And all the money they could have made, that could have made a profound impact, not only in their lives, their families' lives, but in the lives of so many others. And you think about that. When you're struggling just to pay your bills, as I know a lot of folks are, you can't focus on anything else but paying your bills. But if you utilize your gift, put in a little extra time on that, and before you know it, maybe bring in a little bit more than you had before. And when you're not struggling about paying your bills, now maybe you can give a little more to charity. That's been my goal. I used to, it was a thing. I was like, well, yeah, I would give if I could, but you know what? I give as much as I possibly can now and more. I see somebody on the street, it's just me. And other people, this is always I don't know, people say, well, there's no way I'm giving them money. All they do is spend on drugs or alcohol or cigarettes. And maybe they will. My thought is, you know what? That person, maybe they're down on their luck, not feeling the best. All I know is I'm in a position I can give them $1 or $2, and it makes me feel better about myself. It really does. It makes me say a prayer for them right then and there. I always say, hey, God bless. I hope your life gets better. And maybe they go out and buy a pack of cigarettes, but maybe that makes their life better for that one point in time. I don't know. But I do know that since I've been giving more and more and more, it seems like more and more keeps coming in. It's absolutely the weirdest thing in the world. Now, those that do it, you're like, I know, I get it. I know exactly where you're at. Those that maybe where I was 10 years ago or 20 years ago, thinking, yeah, you know what? I ain't giving that guy $1. All he's going to do is buy cigarettes and drugs or alcohol, and what the heck? I can't even pay my own dang bills. I'm just telling you from experience. It's by utilizing my gift, doing these podcasts, video blogs, speaking, growing a successful martial arts academy has allowed me the opportunity to do that and to meet so many others. So, what is your gift? I don't know. I told you every way to find it. So do what you can. Do what you can for yourself. to live the life you were born to live, to be who you were born to be, and share that gift with the world. Is that good? Yeah? Well, hey, as always, if you like this video, be sure to subscribe and feel free to leave a comment below on how this video impacted, or video, that's what I say on my videos, how this podcast impacted you, right? Yeah. And hopefully it was exactly what you needed. And if it wasn't, listen in again. Hopefully the next podcast or video blog will be exactly what you need at that time. But if this was the video you needed, please kindly leave us a 5-star review. Please kindly share with others. And I'm telling you, if you listen more than once, you're always going to pick up on something you missed the first time. And I always encourage, listen again, listen in the car with your kids, share with your coworkers, share with family members. Why? Well, it helps boost us higher in the search results, which is always a good thing. But the biggest reason is the more people that are empowered by these messages, the greater the impact it's going to have on the world, to make society a happier, healthier, and safer place to live. Good. And of course, you can follow on social media. It's at that little at symbol thing, Warrior Confidence. That's on Facebook. It's on Instagram. And then our YouTube channel it's growing by leaps and bounds, which is great. More and more videos are coming out. I've hired a professional editing company that edits the videos, and they put in all the music and the images and video clips and all the special things that I don't have the talent for, nor do I really want the talent for. But they're doing an incredible job with it, and that's getting the message out to even more. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel and smack that bell on the YouTube channel so you're notified of all new videos that are coming out. And the same thing when you subscribe to our podcast here, you'll be notified when the new podcasts come out. And we're working on podcasts coming out Mondays and Fridays, and the new YouTube videos coming out Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then we're uploading different shorts and some other stuff on Wednesdays as well. So therefore, Monday through Friday, and I think we got to set Saturday for shorts and other stuff to come out too. So you're getting some content every day to help empower you to realize the gift that you are. Each message is a little bit different, but the central focus is on empowering you to have that warrior confidence, that belief in yourself, to stand up to any challenge, struggle, fear, bully you're facing, both real and in your mind, and to persevere and battle through and not give up. That's what it's all about. So you become the gift, the hero, the superstar, the warrior that you were born to be in order to empower others. And one by one, it helps. And as always, I always seem to almost forget this. If you haven't purchased one of our books yet, we've got 2 books out. Becoming Bullyproof, become a bestseller. Thank you so very much for making that possible. And I Believe in Me, the A through Z Positive Affirmations. It's a little kid's book, and it's all about learning the alphabet, but at the same time learning positive affirmations. Now, I say it's for little kids, but man, I don't have feedback from adults saying, you know what, this book is exactly what I needed today. And so basically, I go through the letters in the alphabet and throw a positive affirmation with each one to help empower you with the tools, the strength, the bullyproof armor to believe in yourself, to become bullyproof and live your best kick in life, as I like to say. Those are available on our website, grogansbullyproof.com, and on Amazon. Just go in and type in my name, Rich Grogan, and that'll come up. And then, of course, if you want to hire me to come speak at one of your events, just reach out to me on social media, or you can email us through here on the podcast, or you can leave a comment in our YouTube channel. And then once again, that's Warrior Confidence is the podcast and the YouTube channel. And then follow on our social media pages as well. Good. All right, folks. Well, I cannot thank you enough. I really can't for taking time out of your busy day to listen. Truly, I'm truly grateful for your time. And, I hope you found value in this message, and I hope it was exactly what you needed today to gain that extra confidence and belief in yourself to be who you were born to be. And remember, you're a unique gift from God. We all have the power to be a hero in our own life and then also in the lives of others. So keep believing in yourself, continue building your warrior confidence, and I promise you'll be the very best you can be. I love you. God loves you. Please share that love with the world. And until we talk again, you get out there and do your best, and I promise you'll be your very best. God bless you. God bless your loved ones. I can't wait to chat with you again real soon. I can't wait to read your comments, and I can't wait until the next episode. Have a blessed day, everybody. Bye-bye. Thank you so very much for listening today. I am truly grateful. My goal is to empower millions of people with hope, faith, and confidence to believe in themselves in order to make our society a happier, healthier, and safer place to live. But I can't do it alone, so if you found value in this message, please share it with someone else who could benefit from it, and by subscribing and leaving a 5-star review. Be sure to pick up copies of my books for yourself and someone you care about at www.warriorconfidence.com. Also, remember to stay empowered throughout the week by subscribing to our YouTube channel and our Facebook and Instagram pages at Warrior Confidence. Thank you again, and have a blessed day.